Alright, so I'm looking at a solar fountain today. So you got a little user manual, your little customer contact card, and if you're happy, not happy type thing, you can get in touch with them. And you have an assortment of different tips that you can add to the actual pump, which is here, and that will allow you for different water patterns. And then you have the actual solar panel, little suction cups on the bottom. A little connector, it just screws closed. So that's pretty much it. Of course, you don't want it to let it be connected when there's sun hitting this when it's not got water, because it'll run dry, damage your pump. But other than that, I don't know. It says, this thing says 500 liters per hour, 6 to 12 volt. So I believe it's rated 5 watt, 380 liters on the listing, but the pumps are listed a little differently, so that's the information there. 48 inches high is the highest amount of spray, if I remember correctly. But I want to show you what this looks like, what comes included. What we're going to try to use this for is actually not going to be possible right now, because it requires a tractor to lift because of the weight of the item that we're going to be using this with. So instead of showing you the completed project, because it'll have to happen later this summer when we have more time and have the things in place to make that happen, I want to show you a demonstration of how this thing functions and what it looks like. Maybe use one or more of these tips and show you what you might expect. Okay, so let's take a look at this thing in action. I want to show you these different, I don't know how well you can see it, but the sun, hopefully you can see the pattern. That's going to be the spray pattern. So we'll do this one first, and we'll do this one second, and we'll do this one third. And we're just going to use a little bucket of water so you can see what this will produce as far as the different spray patterns, okay? Alright, so that's just an example of what it looks like if you're not using any of the 3 cats with the different spray patterns. So if you want to use this in a situation where you're not going to have a very large area, this might work out really well. If you're worried about the water running out, because if this pump runs without water, it's going to damage the pump after a while. So, alright. Let's check out the 3 different spray patterns available and see what it looks like. So here's an example using the first. I don't know how much of that you can see, but I'll give you an idea of what the spray pattern looks like, and it's actually pretty high. Alright, so let's take a look at spray pattern number 2. So there is spray pattern number 2. That one seems to be emptying the bucket quite quickly. So, I'll show you what number 3 looks like right quick before I run out of water here. Alright, so this is number 3. This one does not go quite as high. Doesn't seem to be putting out as much water as the other 2. So you can kind of see, hopefully, what that pattern looks like. And this thing comes with a couple of these things, so depending on how high or how deep you need to submerge the pump, you can actually do that. There's also a very small piece that's probably about that big, where my finger is there and above, that you can use to adapt to the pump. And again, if you stand in front of this thing like I am right now, completely shuts the pump down. So a cloudy day obviously is not going to produce much, if anything at all, and there's no battery, there's no backup power. I saw some people talking about that in reviews. It's solar powered, and I guess they don't realize that means it needs the sun, some light, no batteries. It's not going to run at night. It's not going to run on a cloudy day. Okay? So hopefully that gives you some idea of what you can expect from this, and hopefully we can get the project plan going a little bit later today, or later this year as the summer progresses. Thank you. Oh, check out the link below for all information, reviews, things of that nature. You can find out more.